Hey, what's up, y'all?
There's an article about it over at HartmanReport.com titled Caesar Trump's Path to Power Mirrors Rome's Darkest Days. Check it out. Welcome back. 35 minutes past the hour. Picking up your calls here. Ken in Long Beach, California. Hey, Ken,
I ain't
what's
listening to
anyone?
nothing copyrighted.
Well, Trump outed himself. He wants to be a mafia king.
I wonder if there's some non-copyrighted music on Spotify to stream.
It's just ironic that that's his first name.
Yeah, they the Drudge Report now constantly refers to him as Don.
It sucks.
Is the mafia king doctor.
I had some kimchi water.
I'm sorry?
It's got anchovies in it. It's pretty nasty, huh?
It's actually the mafia king doctor.
No, it's good. It's fermented, but I didn't know it had
Got it.
fish
Got
in
it,
it.
Ken. Good to hear from you. Thank
I
you
thought it
very
was
much for the
just
call.
fermented
Pearson,
cabbage.
Lamarck, Texas. Hey, Pearson, what's on your mind today?
Hey, fantastically,
What's in there?
fantastic Friday, especially after hearing the encouraging news from your radio reporter friends in Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
It smells good.
So that was like a vibe.
No, but so it has to be refrigerated. It's not like regular sauerkraut where you can just leave it out on the counter.
And I also like Kino. We have
Kimchi.
more Republicans, more Americans like Kino. He would be a very good spot.
Well, Kino has left the Republican Party. You know, when he first started calling into this program, he was a proud Republican. And now
Fermented
he's a proud
fish with
independent.
cabbage.
Right, I remember all that. But I got
Sounds weird, don't it?
I cringe every time I hear you and other media people, I guess on some
And red pepper.
level, trying to make conservatives and Republican voters feel
What does an anchovy look like?
by talking about them being the party of Lincoln. I have to remind you, and you know this already.
Like little minnows?
The Party of Lincoln is dead. It was killed by Richard Nixon.
Yeah,
It's
anyway,
been replaced by a MAGA movement.
the liberals and progressives alive in the United States today, who had relatives alive back then,
Mm-hmm.
they were the liberals back then. They were the abolitionists.
Oh, yeah.
They just called them.
Yeah.
They just called themselves
Oh, do you know the story of the radical Republicans, Thaddeus Stevens and those guys in
Is
the 1860s?
is there non-copyrighted music
All
to
I know
stream
is
on
that
Spotify?
They switch names, and the label is not anything more than a label. Those people back then, they were our people.
They were absolutely.
No,
they were
there
very
is
progressive.
none.
Thaddeus Stevens was the leader in the. I don't recall if it was the House or the Senate, but he was the leader of the what was referred to as the radical Republican
What?
faction. And they were
Alright.
the ones who pushed
It
through
didn't
the
even get
13th,
me.
14th, and 15th
Is there any
amendments.
non-copyrighted
They were the ones who
music
were
on
responsible for
Spotify?
North and South Carolina, both, I believe both states, being, having their legislatures essentially taken over by elected black representatives, because
Yes.
black people were voting in those states at the time. We're talking the 1870s.
Yes, there is.
And, and they were the people who ultimately were defeated. when,
Numerous
in the
playlists.
election- Samuel Tilden, the Democrat, got more votes than Rutherford B. Hayes, the Republican, both votes and electoral college votes. But they
Numerous playlists such as copyright-free music 2022.
Withdraw the Union forces from the southern
No
states.
copyright
They let the
music.
states go back to banning,
And those
to
curated by
Jim Crow,
channels like
what was regarded as
NCS.
Jim Crow policies, in exchange for letting the Republican be president.
I didn't know that. I
And that was
just
kind of the beginning of the end of the
decided to
Republican
see.
Party. Although Teddy Roosevelt and William Howard Taft, they did a pretty good job, from 1901 to whenever Taft left office. I guess that would have been 1920. That was
No copyright sounds
that would have been
is what
1914,
NCS stands
or 12,
for.
whatever the year
Offer
was.
tracks that can be used on platforms like
And then
YouTube,
World
Twitch,
War
and
I.
Instagram.
But and then,
Look for
and then
playlists
when-
titled No Copyright
Warren,
Music,
what's his name?
royalty-free music, or
in
stream-safe music.
You had Coolidge.
Popular genres include lo-fi beats, synthwave, electronic, and ambient music.
Party. In 1920, that was the beginning of the really corrupt Republicans coming into power. And Eisenhower kind of set them back, but then Nixon brought them forward again.
Well, anyway, this whole
Important usage notes. While these tracks are available for streaming on Spotify, using them in content often requires attribution or compliance with specific artist conditions, even if they are labeled free. What does that mean? Risks. Some music labeled no copyright may still face future claims, especially if content creators or trolls wrongfully claim ownership later. What?
A lot of compromises because of the level of power that she has.
Common reputable sources for non-copyrighted music stream safe music include no copyright music by NCM FYT.
Hi, Tom. Thank you for taking my call.
Wow. Why do people's calls break up so much on there? Sounds like Bluetooth interference.
From the Democrats, and I'm going to say it's primarily the corporate Democrats.
There's non-copyrighted music, but it could be future claims if the artist chooses to claim. What?
That's true.
Why aren't we hearing about it? Are they just afraid, or what?
Tom Hartman's not copyrighted, right?
I mean, what we have now is a pretty buttoned down electoral system. It works well. It's solid. It's largely fraud free. And the Republicans are going to try to corrupt it this fall, and they're trying all different kinds of ways to corrupt
Man, I
it.
bought these Adidas socks the other day from Shoe Department. Like a few months ago, and it already got a hole on one of them on the side. I don't know if it's from a moth or what.
You like proactively go out and change things.
There do be some moths that be coming in. I just don't like the way mothballs smell.
Stuff like saying, we've got to seize all the voting machines, or we've got to stop the ballots, or drop boxes. And
So I put them in a jar.
Actually,
Dude, mothballs smell so bad. They're actually toxic.
To steal the voting machines.
Yes. Well, at least in the blue states.
With pitchforks and.
Not literally pitchforks, but yes, people need to be showing up. My guess is that the battle for the November election this year is going to be fought.
I think I'm gonna just shave every day until I run out of shaving cream.
In Texas, in Georgia, in Florida, and in a whole bunch of other states that are less consequential, but principally those three states, you are going to see the Republican administrations of those states working hand in glove with the Trump administration to try to suppress mostly the black and Hispanic vote and the female vote. And that, we're going to have to push back. But it's going to be really hard in those states because the voting apparatus, the secretaries of state, are all Republicans, and it appears that
Kimchi is good stuff. It's good for your microbiome and your stomach.
Thanks for the call.
Your health.
Gabe in Placerville, California.
Your health is
Hey Tom, how you doing?
centered around your stomach.
Once again to the president with one of these racist, unhinged, ad hominem attacks, and hey, it's just another one to add to the list, and it just makes you wonder when people are going to.
If the YouTube algorithm worked right, all the people that love kimchi would be up in the chat.
Scott saying take it down, and they did take it down. And you got Gavin Newsom saying, well, this is wrong. You need to repudiate it. In fact, the White House has now said that it wasn't even Trump who posted it; it was a staffer. If you believe that, a staffer at 1 o'clock in the morning. If you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you.
Right, exactly. And
Man, I tried getting up after only getting 5 hours of sleep, and I was still tired.
Attacks, like I said, and that's just going to get some play in the media for about a week next year.
I don't see how y'all do it.
I mean, we're still reeling from.
I stayed up for like an hour and went back to sleep.
It's going to be something new every day. I mean, Gabe, welcome to my world. Our world now. This is, we've got a fulminating, narcissistic, psychopathic racist in the White House.
So I got to have at least 8 or 9 hours.
He's committed to spreading this poison all around
at
the world.
least.
That's very troubling too. Gabe, thanks for the call.
Maybe 7 hours of work. I don't know. But definitely not 5.
Tom Hartman. Visit TomHartman.com for audio and video archives.
It's the True People's Media. Right back with your calls here on Many Goes Weekend. Stick around.
Yeah, the cat woke me up. Cat got like a big bobo on his leg like this. He stays gone. I don't know what he's like getting into. I could have put a GoPro on him.
Julie in St.
One of those
Paul, Minnesota.
360,
Julie, what's
one of those
up?
cameras.
Hi, how are you doing?
Meow,
Good.
meow, meow, meow,
So I called
meow,
to put in a
meow,
plug for
meow,
Vigilante
meow.
Inc. I went to a viewing in conjunction with a live audience in Unitarian Universal Unitarian Church in Hinsdale, Illinois, where
That boy need to whiten his teeth. He need to go to the dentist. He got cavities.
It was awesome. It was, it made you mad, it made you sad, and it makes me want to.
Damn, I just snotted on myself a little bit.
Film everywhere because we need, and so thank you for having him on as often as you do. And,
Yo, I had 3 viewers. They're probably,
of course, came up.
I don't know, man. They didn't hit the like button.
Also, I was reading. I'm just reading this article out of NPR where there was a representative.
I subscribed to this crazy guy. He seems to be like a loner. His family take care of
The
him.
representative was trying to get him his.
And I would like I said hello to him a few times, up in the chat. But the other day I realized he was talking to himself, like pretending to talk to somebody, like over there.
To the Whipple building, and they won't accept it without a doctor's note. So she.
And I realized nobody was there.
Flight out at 1 p.m. today.
I don't know if it's like some type of coping mechanism
And,
for him on being on live, or if he really does that when he's
before he flies,
just by himself.
And then I'm reading.
It's okay to talk to yourself. Like, I talk out loud, like it helps me talk.
What are they doing?
Many, if not most, of the
Because when
people
I was a
in the state
teenager,
got,
like it was hard for me to talk. It's still hard for me to talk sometimes. I still have anxiety about talking. It's really
We're
stupid.
legal immigrants. They had permission to be here in the
But
United States.
if you
They
just
were
practice
legal.
out loud, it'll help you
Or
talk
they're legally in the
or
asylum
read
process.
That's right.
or say things,
They
whatever.
might not have
But I
their
think he's
full
practicing.
paperwork. But that's I kind of.
I don't know, man. It was really weird.
Distracted myself on what I was going to say. I guess I also just wanted to ask.
Because I feel sorry for everybody, like I
I
subscribe.
think he deserves some of his own medicine. Can they sue?
But sometimes it's like it's not.
I don't,
And
I mean, anybody can sue anybody for anything, but,
But I think they should. I think
Being
that
friends with everybody sometimes is not the right thing to do,
Some of this back, coming back his way.
Yeah.
I went through that a lot.
for $10 billion, he should sue.
Quality over quantity.
Donald Trump is suing you and me for $10 billion. He wants the taxpayers to give $10 billion for the pain and suffering he endured from losing the 2020 election. And so
What
if
the
Obama
fuck?
is going to sue Trump, he should sue him for $10 billion.
At least, yes,
At least.
exactly.
Damn.
And then I heard he wants his name on that deal up the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
They won't release the funnel.
People been putting it on the news. It's been on the news that
That's right.
like Trump on his social media that he made,
Yeah, he wants
Truth Social, he put a meme of the Obamas like in some chimpanzees. Like their head was superimposed on like chimpanzees and gorillas.
To businesses requesting employees information.
I mean, I'm basically like an orangutan. So like this phone has the orangutan emoji. Like I'll be using the orangutan a lot.
Julie, good talking to you. Thank you.
But I already know like I'm related to
Stay with us.
primates. It's no big deal, like the monkeys, the apes, they call them primates. Like, can you imagine like all the years that it took for humans to
Hey, thanks so much for
like to
sharing
look
our
as
program
beautiful
and
as they
reaching
do,
out to
for
our
a woman's
stations and
ass to be as
sponsors
nice as it
and
is?
you're listening.
Because have you ever looked at a primate's
So,
ass?
notice that
It's
the
fucking ugly.
Republicans are pretty much not talking about a constitutional convention anymore. They used to be gung-ho to rewrite the Constitution.
Even their
They
dicks
wanted
are
to
like this big.
They wanted to change it so that
No, for real. Oh shit. Looks like a fucking cone, like a cat D or a dog D. It's fucking weird, man.
But they've stopped talking about it. I mean, they're still
Oh.
forward on it. But
Ooh.
in Project 2025, for example,
I'm happy about
talking document does not
about
have
our
this mentioning
evolution.
in the
I'm
Constitution.
happy about what God gave me.
Constitutional
A big
Why
nice
would that
D
be?
with some skin around
Well,
it to
it's 'cause
protect
the
me from
Supreme
when I
Court
swim
is
through the
doing
water.
their work for them. I mean, you know, just they have overturned Article 2.
I just make sure I wash it so it's not like fermented cheese.
They've overturned Article 1. All the details of this whole thing.
Oh,
are
man.
at SupremeCourt.com. You
Oh,
gotta check it out.
Coffee. Yo, Coffee, I kind of want to clean his wound. Man, it's like part of it is black and then another part of it looks like is raw. But like we was sitting in the sun, like in the sunlight, and that's a disinfectant, like sitting in the sun. But he walked over to the shade and he was like just chilling down there.
Called it fake outrage with you.
Please.
Regarding Trump's horrific, insulting, truth social imagery.
Just for people who are listening who may have just tuned in, Trump posted a picture of Michelle and Barack Obama's faces on the bodies of gorillas. Back to you, Kenyatta.
Yes, sir. One of the reasons that I am a dissident, not a malcontent, a dissident. I grew up with a Marine Corps, as you know. You know a little bit about my background. Marine Corps drill instructor as a father, a single parent. I grew up with Bill. When he died at 56, the trifolded flag was handed to me. I grew up in military school. Not a military school. No, forget it.
This is what it sounds like.
Military school, it gets a bad rap, especially with a real military school with, retired naval and Marine Corps officers and so forth and so on as teachers. And
Sound like a wounded tomcat.
Because I'm going to get to the chase here. When I was a little boy, I was born in 1964. Do you realize that since 1964, there has not been a single Democrat that has gotten the majority of the white vote?
Yep.
I just found this out a couple of days ago doing some research on a piece that I'm writing, and I was astounded by that. What does that tell me? Because what happens all the time is that the white people, what I call Europeans, they don't see what I see, they don't hear what I hear. See no evil, hear no evil. I see different things because of my history here. When I was a little boy, there was a group of restaurants across this country, I'm sure you remember them, called Sambo.
Mm-hmm.
Little Black Sambo.
Yep.
Now, this feeds into this meme that Trump has with King of the Jungle. Well, by the way, what the European renamed as Africa, which is actually Alkebulon. See, when black people call themselves African Americans, to me,
Alkebulon. What? That's the real name of Africa?
That's not your name. That's not where we came from.
Did he just say Alkebulon is the real name of Africa?
Continent. Alkebulon, you understand, is 30% forest. But yet, you think of Africa, you think of jungle,
Alkebulon.
and they call
Whoa.
it jungle. And this is why my publication is called Looking Inwards. In words. This is the limit we find ourselves in. I don't want to digress too much here, but as a child, up until I was in high school.
Hey, this that dude that be coming on the Stephanie Miller show in the morning. He got a YouTube channel. I think I seen him on there. I don't know if I subscribed.
That references a racial slur, just like the terms Niger, Niger. You're gonna soften the G and take one out, or Nigeria. You think I don't know what that is?
They act like they can't say that word anymore. It's so weird, man.
This is wearing on one's soul, Tom. Donald Trump, a few weeks ago, gave the middle finger to a reporter. You remember that?
I do.
Oh, it's considered a cuss word. He don't want to cuss on his channel. About the full word in speech.
Mm-hmm.
He uses the word BS, the full word, all the time. Now, I want you to think about this, because this is the essence of white supremacy, and that's what I want to talk about. White supremacy has nothing to do with skin color. It is a state of mind. probably the biggest white supremacist in the United States is on the Supreme Court. His name is Clarence Uncle David. You feel me? Now, listen to me. What if Obama had done any of those things? What if Barack Obama had given the reporter the
Mayo
middle
called
finger?
for him to resign because he wore a tan suit.
That's stupid.
Thank you, sir.
Remember, he saluted the Marine when he got into the helicopter with a cup of coffee in his hand. They wanted him to be impeached for that.
This is what I'm talking about. And this is what white supremacy is. White supremacy is not wearing pajamas with eye holes cut out, and a pillowcase on your head. No. White supremacy is a state of mind. Because the outrage that I have as a black man in the United States, I'm not an African American, I'm not a Negro, I'm not colored. Why do people say you're a person of color, but you won't call me a colored man or a colored boy? Well, if I'm a person of color and I'm a boy or a man, aren't I a colored boy or man? I mean, this is just ridiculous. So I just wanted to say,
Even white people or colored people, they're peach. White people are really peach.
But this is very wearing.
Like a lot of white people are peach. He's peach.
In particular, the rants that you're producing over there on Substack, on your side.
I just want to say this to you.
We're all colored people. We're
That consistently
peach.
statistics have been kept.
Unless you're like super white, and then it's like weird. But I guess, like it's an adaptation to people's environment, y'all. Up north where it's cold. Even in the south, in the deep south. I don't know if people lived in Antarctica, but like there's theories about old pyramids and like on Antarctica.
We'll be back on the other side of the break.
It used to be attached to Australia, or Australia. No, it used to be attached to South America. But they say that Australia was part of Antarctica at one time too, and it broke off. I don't know if anybody actually lived in Antarctica. But there is like a jungle there. Like millions and millions of years ago, it was a jungle in Antarctica, but it was at a different spot on the globe. It just drifted down to the south. Weird. In school they teach us that the whole earth was one, like all the land masses was one piece. Man, what if there was some land masses on the other side of the planet, we just don't know about it? What if they just collided or something, or like they got swallowed up by the sea? But it used to be called Pangea. They call it Pangea.
Today we're reading The Shadow President, The Truth About Mike
I don't know
Pence
if there was
by
any
Uncle
primates
Antonio.
living in
This is from the
Pangea.
first chapter. For decades, Pence had presented himself as a humble servant.
Damn, he's reading a book about
Pence,
Pence, the shadow president.
Midwesterner.
Hello there.
I didn't even watch any of that stuff in politics. I remember watching on my computer when Trump became president in 2016,
FSTV is the one place I know.
like that speech, and then I tuned out. I didn't listen to none of it.
Also,
Like I didn't watch any news
informative
at
and
all.
entertaining. You can join me today.
Which is probably why I was having a good time.
Or more this winter.
I was partying.
Join us in leading this winter pledge
I was
drive
partying in
and make sure
2016,
FSTV
2017,
is up for the upcoming election
2018, and then the party stopped.
You email development@freespeech.org and let them know you want to be an FSTV.
And then COVID hit. And then I was like, this is weird. And then 2020 happened. When that stuff went down at the Capitol, I was like, what the hell? Like, I saw it on Free Speech TV. See, it wasn't until Corona hit that got me back into politics. That's when I discovered Free Speech TV, because I got direct TV. It's satellite television. You don't have to worry about no loading screen when your internet goes down or something.
It's affecting the community big time. I am very angry having to experience the loss of a child and what he endured here is full of cancer patients. The politicians is the reason we are being
Bruh.
present and we are dying. Give thanks to them, we are dying.
Do not let the petrochemical industry select the candidates.
The coal industry, the petrochemical industry, and the oil and gas industry, they all really have one goal, and that's profit.
Man, it was this video I seen. It was this Chinese guy. He was I guess he was an immigrant. I don't know if he had a green card, but it was a truck driver. He ran into these Amish people. I guess they was driving a van, but it said he was trying to swerve to miss one big truck and the trailer, and he had a head-on collision with somebody else. These truck drivers are scared to hit their own kind, but they swerve into something smaller because they know that they'll survive. That's terrible, man. Just fucking hit the back of that trailer, man. Or go off the road. Just go off the road, man. Don't go into the road. You might hit somebody else. It's better to try to find a spot where you could go off the road and just try not to hit a tree. That's the best thing you could do. If you really don't want to hit the back of that trailer, because I know the back of that trailer is gonna fuck shit up.
To infiltrate our cities, intimidate our neighbors, and detain law-abiding immigrants and brown-skinned citizens with federal agents.
It's hard being a truck
In
driver.
Minneapolis, Renee Nicole Good,
R.I.P. Renee Nicole Good.
a citizen of conscience, was brutally gunned down by ICE.
They was protesting for Renee Nicole
This
Good.
darkness us every day. Phone calls have proven most effective. Reach your
Damn, man, my internet disconnecting and reconnecting. YouTube gonna drop me off the algorithm.
A daily phone call takes less than 2 minutes of your day. That's 202-224-3122.
I'm at 50%.
Our representatives.
Yo, it's Friday. Do y'all ever party on a Friday, or y'all just party by yourself?
Congress members do their job by holding.
I ain't partied with somebody in so long. I don't forgot what it feel like. Last person I partied with was one of my ex-girlfriends. I like partying with her. I like women that like to party like that. A 2-person party. You know? Wear some kinky shit. Buy some fishnet stockings.
It was always comedy for me. Comedy from the beginning. Before I knew stand-up comedy existed. It was always about like putting on skits with my friends, or we wrote a fake newspaper for my high school, and
buy a strap on. Fuck her in the A as at the same time you fucking her in the V, in the P.
Household where like sense of humor was valued as a communicating. I was up late the other night.
Oh my god.
Of my diet on the climate crisis. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I meant
how do I keep this entertaining? I just talk about sexual shit.
It makes more sense when I say it that way, right? I've had a lot of interest.
I feel like I'm a comedian.
Believe it or not, in my early 20s, stand-up comedy.
I'm a perverted comedian.
I went to film school. I wanted to make documentaries. I made some experimental films that I'm very proud of. And it's a really great space to work in. And I wanted to do a lot of things.
I experimented with my sexuality when I was younger. I'm basically a middle-aged man now. In my 30s. My 30s are about to be gone. It's so fucking freaky.
Ways to use comedy as a tool in strengthening those other pursuits.
Yeah, my 30s are gonna be gone forever, just like my 20s are gone forever.
It's just hard on both of us. But
that's it. I'm going outside and getting some more vitamin D like I was earlier. I can't handle all this.
You have excuses because you're old.
Because I'm old. Fuck.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
Oh my God, I love Tom Hartman.
This is the Tom Hartman Program.
Welcome to the third hour of our program. So Trump is rolling out. It was either yesterday or today.
Somebody said yesterday, film more of your nostrils.
X.gov website, and they're quite proud of this. This is a quote from Edward Corsine, who also known as Big Balls, who is now with the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. And
all right,
TV
that's enough.
Personality turned head of the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services.
That's enough.
They're pointing out that Novo Nordisk
Haven't ate any vagina in 6 years. What the fuck? It's the longest I ever went. I went straight monk mode. Damn, man. Huh. Oh, it feels so good outside. Ow! I can't go 10 years with no poon, man. This ain't right. And I used to be chatting with this guy that didn't get laid in 4 years, and this other guy, he had fetal alcohol syndrome, and he hadn't got none in 10 years. He was in his 40s. Now I understand why. You get older, you stop wanting to hang out with folks because you get tired of people acting stupid. Maybe we should have kept our distance when we was younger, so we wouldn't be burnt out by the time we get older. The sun shifted, the cat ain't over here anymore. What up, Dawn? Hello, Dawn. Somebody said don't buy brand new cars. They want you to go back and forth to the dealership. And then my thoughts was, if everyone was forced to go to the dealerships, that would fix their prices, because people would get fed up with it and then they would start protesting. They'd possibly sue, take them to court, and then it might actually help. But I see that happening in the future. I just, like what happened with John Deere, the right to repair. Yeah, but I changed my brake fluid yesterday. And it says to use .3, but I used .4. So I had to Google it. Was it okay to use .4? And yeah, it's basically an upgraded version of .3. It just has a higher boiling point. But don't use .4. I mean .5. Sorry. Fucking ants, man. Y'all suck. Homie said he just smashes and dashes. That's a good one. Well, the wood's dried now. The ants was tearing that up. That's why it looked like that. Paint your wood. I don't see coffee. Get some sun on the back of my head. The dog laying down in the shade. Man, I don't know where that cat went. Yeah, I need to video chat with this woman. Cause I was wondering, I was like, can we sex chat on one of these, people be video chatting. I'm like, will they ban y'all for that? And I think they do on. Oh man, that's funny. I painted on this shirt. It's got a sassafras leaf, like MDMA, like that ecstasy. And then I noticed that it's just like the Adidas symbol. What if they really do mean all day I dream about sex? And then on the bottom I put techno. And then I put a tree right up under it. Techno trees. Yeah, right when I think I had my playlist called Techno Trees for a while on Spotify. And then I noticed that one of my favorite artists, Will Clark, he released a song called Techno Trees. I was like, wow. It's a music video. Go watch it. There's a trippy music video. It's not that bad of a song, though. I don't know where coffee went. Coffee went out there somewhere. It's important to walk so the veins in your feet, so your body don't be turning into jelly. Nah, like I started getting spider veins on my feet from the cigarettes, from sitting down on my feet. And then like it's like a double whammy when you be eating deep fried food. Sometimes that'd be worrying me too, like clogging your arteries. But you can unclog your arteries. That's where that went. I think there's multiple recipes to unclog your arteries, but I learned something yesterday. It was cacao. You want this? Cacao. Let me throw it. Can I throw it? Let me throw it. Cacao powder. It gotta be raw cacao powder. And like I seen Motivational Doc, he was holding a big bag like this. Dr. Berg and Motivational Doc was both talking about cacao powder. Or maybe it just recommended me one after I'd already watched a video about it. You know how YouTube is. Because cacao powder opens up the veins. Wow. You feel good? Where'd the sun go, man? I'm supposed to be getting some sun. It's behind that tree over there. I'm in the shade right now. Alright. Go get it. Good boy. Good. Obviously, I don't want my ex-girlfriend if I haven't seen her in 6 years. You see what I'm saying? I ain't addicted to nobody. That's what it feels like when you're in love, y'all. It literally feels like an addiction. If you've ever been addicted to anything. You know, even if it's like your favorite movie show or something. Can't what like you can't wait to watch the next season of Dragon Ball Z. Whoa. Is that rabbit poop? That's deer poop. Check out this deer poop, man. Coffee beans. They made a joke about it on the internet like it's some coffee beans. You see this deer poop, dude? Look at this deer poop. Oh, hell no. You just took a bite out of that? What the fuck? No, dude. You make me want to put one in my mouth. Stop. No. You shit eater. You're a fucking shit eater. You're nasty as fuck. Can't even take a dump in the woods. I'm scared you might eat it, dude. What the hell? Don't be eating this deer poop, man. You want to eat some deer so bad, dude. Everything about the deer good, even their poop. What the... Is that medicine? Dude, stop. What the... Get off of that. Get off of that. I was looking at that. I don't want you to eat it. Turns out Komodo dragons have venom in their jaws. It's not bacteria like what they told you on the Discovery Channel. They have venom in their jaws. I seen this video of this Komodo dragon just tearing up this pig, and it had its poop, like its intestines in his mouth, and was like ripping it to shreds, and it was poop going everywhere. Pig poop. It literally reminded me of what the dinosaurs was doing. That's basically what the dinosaurs was doing, or what it looked like. This is a real good spot right here, man. Ah. Yeah, it was these kind of socks, and it was like a hole right there already. I was wondering if it was... if it was because of moths, or did they just... See these veins right there, them spider veins? I don't know if that's normal, but I don't think it's normal. I had some of them, they're starting to go away though. Probably can't see it. I need to clip my toenails. They're hella long. You don't have to clip your toenails, you just dig in the dirt. They break off, don't they? Dude, I'm trying to get some sun on my feet. You look just like your mama. You got a head like a Dalmatian. Nice ass, dude. You look like a sphinx. He's a sphinx. Yeah, the North Africans was all about that animal worship. All the big animals was left on Africa. Or what do you call it? I don't forgot what that dude called Africa. It was El Algorderon or something. El Alberderon or something like that. I already got enough sun on the back of my neck. I need to put these socks on the back of my neck right there. I just be coming outside and getting naked. Trying to catch up on my vitamin D. Damn, did y'all hear about those monks that was walking the United States? There's monks that are walking the United States barefoot. And they was even walking in the rain and the snow. The ice. They probably got that much padding on their feet. Or at least I hope they do. Because that would hurt like hell if I tried it without even any buildup of skin, you know? And women always get these creepy comments like, show feet. Show feet. I just said toes, ooh woo. She was always going ooh woo, and then she was like holding her feet back there, and I was like, toes, ooh woo. Bruh. I got my mama's feet. My feet don't look nothing like my daddy's feet. Is the middle toe longer than the... No, they're about the same. Fucking broke my toe live streaming, man. Hey, the middle toe is longer than the big toe on that one. It is. Not as much on that side, but is more on this side. That's weird. Yeah, but I broke my toe on live stream. I think it was that one or that one. I forgot which one, so that's pretty good. It just hurts every now and then, like it feels like it's burning.
Meow, 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 meow.
Sorry, Coffee, I don't want to confuse you. It's just me. It's just me. It's not really another cat out here.
Meow, meow.
No, it's just me, Coffee. It's just me.
Meow.
Yeah, rubbing. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna just try to upload regular videos. Because YouTube don't care about y'all's live streaming. They just copy and Twitch. I mean, there's a small majority that keeps a lot of traffic. Most definitely. And I guess it's, yeah. 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 Prejudice against my poor internet. Prejudice against me playing copyrighted music. That's basically what did it. Yeah, it's pretty warm now. Feels like California out here. For at least a little bit. Then it's gonna feel like Mexico. My ass is kind of wet. You alright, boy? You alright? Roll over. Let me see them hands. You smell like grass. Your eye looking much better. Feels good in the shade, for real. It's too hot for a long sleeve now. cat definitely took off. He just wanted to say hello. Why do I like pissing outside so much? I'd rather piss outside. Oh man, I'm always looking for an ant bed to piss on. Fuck. I don't think women could piss on an ant bed like men can. Most definitely not. Damn, getting warm. Hey y'all, I haven't been playing music for days now, and I still don't get a lot of views. YouTube be real shady like. I don't know, man. Trying to fit too much on the platform. Thank you for walking with me. I appreciate it. Thank you. Fuck that cat, right? Cats ain't loyal. His hair is so nice that I washed him the other day. Woo! Oh man. Monster trucks. There's gonna be monster trucks, y'all. Monster trucks. I need a beautiful woman to go to the monster trucks with me.
Can do it, but I'm not. You know, there may
Once
be
a year?
things, I'm unaware of, so don't take my
Just
word
once
for
a
it.
year?
It's just something to look up.
If you go back to the Buffalo nickel, that's where I read it. It was the Buffalo nickel back, 100 years ago. The Buffalo nickel with the Native American on the front, And that was the one, and I read it there. You can look it up there in Wikipedia, I believe.
And that was an act of Congress, you're saying, or a presidential?
Yeah, act of Congress. The late 1800s, early 1900s.
Well, Congress can stimulate things. They could pass a law to do things, but absent that, I think the power lies with the Treasury. But again, I don't know, Bill. I'm sorry. I just.
Yeah,
I'm just guessing.
I remember reading it there. You need to check it out. But yeah, that's when they Congress can't. We'll see. You need to look it up. It didn't me.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm gonna get some munchies.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Have a great weekend. Scott in Burien, Washington. Hey, Scott, what's up?
Hey, Tom. My fear for this weekend with the halftime show is that, maybe it seems too early quiet, that I wouldn't be surprised at all if Trump orders a military flyover for the Bad Bunny performance just to mess around with it.
Oh, geez.
Am I being irrational, or what do you think?
I don't know. We've reached the point, Scott, where people can call in and just say any wild-ass crazy thing that Trump might do, and I can no longer say no. There's no chance. It's like there was a time when I would say, Scott, you're off. There's this conspiracy theory, but no, it's entirely possible. I mean, and then you've got, and what's so bizarre, and I don't get why the media is like treating it like it's a normal thing, is they're replacing Bad Bunny on the Christian television network. They've got this alternative halftime thing for the Super Bowl. The alternative halftime thing is a washed up rock star with a horrible history of drug use and women who wrote and performed a song about how he likes to have sex with underage girls. He says, you call it statutory, I call it mandatory. Like, he only wants to have sex with underage girls. And it's like, this is the guy who's doing the Christian alternative halftime show? I mean, really? And, Bad Bunny, I mean, yeah, he's from Puerto Rico. People in Puerto Rico are U.S. citizens. So I just, I'm flabbergasted. Scott, thanks for this call. I hope there's not a flyover. I would be surprised if there is, but I would not be. Well, I'd be horrified if there is, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's 45 minutes past the hour.
You're listening to Tom Hartman. Visit TomHartman.com for audio and video archives.
It's the place where smart people get their news. I'll be right back with more of your calls. Welcome back, CJ in Shreveport, Louisiana. Hey, CJ, what's on your mind today?
Hey, trying to call for an hour, but you had a caller on earlier that we're talking about how the Republican Party stopped being the party of Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. It wasn't just Nixon. A little bit after him. Oh, but that like Strom Thurmond switched parties.
Yeah. And he wasn't the only one. There were a bunch of them.
No, he wasn't.
there were others that did things like William Colmer of Mississippi. He was a congressman and Dixiecrat. And instead of switching parties himself, what he did was he retired. And his young aide, he groomed to run in his place as his chosen successor, his protege. And that guy's name was Trent Lott.
Oh, jeez. That's right. I remember now.
Of course, the first Republican, there were two actually that year, but the first Republicans to be elected from Mississippi since Reconstruction ended, since the betrayal of 1877 that you talked about with Rutherford B. Hayes. But then anyway, Trent Lott, as a congressman, he chaired the platform committee at the 1984 RNC that I think it was held in Dallas that year, and he put some things in the platform, and he later explained what he did when he gave a keynote speech to the Sons of Confederate Veterans that same year in, I think it was Biloxi. He said, "The spirit of Jefferson Davis lives in the 1984 Republican Party platform."
Wow. Not surprised, but wow.
Yeah, that made it official. That that what had been the party of Lincoln was now the party of Lincoln's enemy.
Well, just a decade and a half earlier, George Wallace carried Michigan. I mean, it's like.
Well, yeah. The elections of 48 and 68 were pretty much interesting. They were the last elections that a third party actually won states.
Yeah.
And in both cases, the third party was a segregationist party, more segregationist even than the Dixiecrats, more racist and segregationist, and they carried the Deep South states.
Yep.
In both cases. In fact, when Trent Lott disgraced himself by saying that Strom Thurmond, when he ran for president, we, meaning Mississippi, voted for him, and if he had won, we would have had all these problems.
Exactly.
Meaning racial problems. Remember that?
That was kind of the end of his career when he said that.
Yes, I know. Of course, these days I would have gotten him elected president.
Yeah, or made special advisor to the president to run ICE or something. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But,
yeah, it's really quite remarkable, CJ, when you look at the evolution of these two political parties and
Damn, I need some greenery in this.
Of America, and white voting patterns. I mean, I'm just that's the thing that amazes me. But I don't think the white voting patterns can be
it's like a chili dog
attributed to racism. There is a huge Rush Limbaugh Fox News component. Which plays on racism, but also has a whole bunch of other things,
I had an orange this morning.
And all these other things. So, CJ, I gotta run, but thanks for the call. Yeah,
I got some raisins in my pocket.
Trip down memory lane. 49 minutes past the hour. I'll be back with you in 1 minute. Hey, thanks so much for sharing our program and for reaching out to our stations and sponsors and letting them know that you're listening. It really means a lot to us. When Ronald Reagan took over America in 1981, we handed him a brand gleaming new country. Franklin Roosevelt, Harry Truman, Dwight Eisenhower, Jack Kennedy, they had built America. We had brand new schools, brand new hospitals, brand new interstate highway systems, brand new airports, infrastructure. We were the envy of the world. And then Republicans came along and they said, well, you just cut the top tax rate from 74% down to 27%, and everything will trickle down. Instead, what do we get? Billionaires and poverty. They said, hey, just deregulate guns, an armed society, a polite society. Instead, we've got more school shootings than anywhere in the world. They said, just kill off civics and history classes in our schools and liberate our young people to focus on science and math. And now we've got people who don't know how our government works. I mean, it just goes on from there. There's a whole rant about it over at HartmanReport.com titled FDR Saved America, then the GOP ripped us apart. Check it out. Welcome back. 9 minutes before the hour. Picking up your calls here. Gar in Atlanta. Hey, Gar, what's up?
How you doing, Tom?
Good. What's on your mind?
I hate to be a Debbie Downer, as they say, but I think we as Americans, we should remind ourselves we're United States of America, not blue states, red states, United States. United is a powerful word. And we don't talk enough about how much blood was spilled during the Civil War. People, we as a country seem to shy away from that. We never talk about
Almost 700,000 people.
Damn.
Or anti-Sodom. We never talk about how we killed each other. But, these wasn't Vietnamese, these wasn't Chinese, these wasn't different people of the world. It was Americans killing Americans, slaughtering Americans. And we always talk
700,000 people died in the Civil War, the American Civil War.
3,000 Americans killed. But we talk about 25,000 Americans killed in one day at the Battle of Shiloh. At Titan, there was 24,000 Americans killed in 12 hours. Nobody talks about it. Nobody. CNN, MSNBC, your show, nobody. Because we seem to shy away from what we're heading for. And I think we need to be scared straight. And what it speaks about in the Bible, blood up to the horse's bridle, we need to talk about it, scare each other straight. Because if a civil war ever jumps, that's the worst kind of war.
Yes.
If you think about it, that's the worst. That's the bloodiest. We've been in 75 wars. Yeah. The United States been in 75 wars, and the Civil War was the bloodiest. So let's talk about it. We don't talk about it.
Yeah. Good point, Gar. Good point, Gar. And let's all hope and pray and work that we never experience it again. Gar, thank you. Jeff in Portland. Hey, Jeff, what's up?
Today, happy Friday, Tom. I want to give a shout out to your correspondent, John Parker in Minnesota. I'd say, just like Phil Intner in Ukraine, you've found another clear-eyed reporter to give us the facts.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, isn't
he? Yeah, and just like in Ukraine, we have two places where democracy is literally under assault. So thank you for that. And all of us who believe in democracy and human decency, Tom, we should be inspired by the courageous resistance of the people of Minnesota and Ukraine. And to echo your comments from last hour, we have a bigoted, racist, malignant, narcissistic sociopath in the White House. And in the midterms, he's going to target blue cities and red states to suppress the vote. I think it's going to take a massive organized effort to get out the vote and to protect the vote in those states. But I don't think it's going to be limited to just red states. I think, Trump was just recently bemoaning and blaming Milwaukee, Detroit, and Philadelphia, along with Atlanta, for his loss in 2020. And all of them have large black populations.
I'm going to have to do better at growing cabbage.
But those other cities aren't. So my question, Tom, how do you see all this playing out? And isn't it essential for Democrats to hold the line indefinitely with their demands and conditions for DHS funding? Chief among them must be, if we can't tear down ICE like Ro Khanna says we should, which I agree with him,
these are the
need
best.
to ban them from all the surrounding areas and polling places. What do you say?
No, I totally agree. Steve Bannon just came out and said we're going to put ICE around all the polling places. This is Operation Eagle Eye all over again. In fact, I want to write about that this weekend for Monday. It's just this is just so wrong. What they're doing.
And Democrats always like to in the past, try and ignore this kind of stuff. And they, what the argument is, we don't want to get people scared to vote or worried that their vote doesn't count. But that's not the time for this. Don't you agree?
I do. Yeah. It's we need to be moving forward. Jeff, thank you. Well said. Larry in Los Angeles. Hey, Larry, what's up?
It's Jobs Friday, and we had a horrible jobs report.
Yeah, what is it, 108,000 down, something like that, from Challenger Christmas?
Well, for the last 3 months, we're down.
Trump messed up all the manufacturing jobs.
The 2 previous months down.
Oh, did the federal numbers come out today?
The jobs report numbers came out.
I thought we just had the numbers from Challenger Christmas, the employment company, because the 1 day shutdown or whatever, bumped things.
No, we got a new jobs report today.
Oh, cool.
And
what does it say?
2 months ago, 50,000 jobs were created.
Okay.
then they downgraded the previous month to, so it's only 56,000, and then the month before that they lost 173,000.
Whoa.
That puts Donald Trump at just below 500,000 for the year.
Amazing.
That is exact. It's
Horrible. Yeah, it really is.
And
Larry, I'm sorry I'm out of time. I got to run, but thank you. It's always great hearing
Have you
from
ever put raisins in the blender and made some raisin water?
Thank you for being with us, and special thanks to Louise Hart and Sean Taylor, Jamie Holly, Nigel Peacock, Sue Nethercutt, Patrick Hoyt, Geraldine Halbert, Ron Hartenbaum, Chase Frost, Nicholas Miller, Pat Sweeney, Jeremy Peterson, Connor Arroyo, Carna Verde, Josiah Webster, Martha Salinas, and Mateo Robertson, Diane Russell, and Nicole Michaels, all the fine people who work on this program. And thanks to you for letting our stations and affiliates and whatnot know that you're watching or listening, and for getting out there and getting active. Tag you're in. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch up with you on Monday. Stay safe.
You've been listening to Tom Hartman. For audio and video archives, visit TomHartman.com.
Is that a copyrighted song? YouTube got people all pissed off about music. Play some dominoes. Not really, I don't like playing dominoes. I'd rather play cards than dominoes. Damn. I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Be good to yourself and everyone around you, just like Tom. Tom says. Just enjoy your day. Enjoy your days. Happy days.
Become an FSTV Frontline funder, a leader in the